Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Spirit Quest with Paul Francis. It is just after Christmas, and you're watching and listening live. Yes, indeedy, welcome back, and you're listening live to the final broadcast in 2022 of Spirit Quest, the journey of life. I can nearly speak then. I do hope that you had a fantastic Christmas. Mine was very gentle, very laid back, and magnificent nonetheless. Had some family come down to visit me, which was that's what it's all about. Your family coming to visit you isn't really getting to see those that you don't really get to see on a regular basis. My beautiful daughter came all the way down from Bristol, which is, if you know the UK, all the way from Bristol to the southwest. And it was just magnificent to spend some time with her. She's the pediatric nurse, and we're so proud of the work she does up there in Bristol for all the very, very sick children. Now, the sad thing that I'm seeing a lot and hearing a lot about is that there's a lot of people coming down with illnesses far and wide. Something called strep A or flu A, for an example, and now they're trying to tell us that there is a combination of the flu and COVID mixed together. All right. Um, I'm starting to disbelieve, to be absolutely honest with you. I never challenged them before. Never, it wasn't kind of something that I would do. Usually, if there was a situation going on, I'd call my daughter, the one I was talking about, Rosie, and say, "Listen, what's this all about? Is this all real? What are we doing here?" Um, but that's what knocked me on my rear 2 weeks back. If you remember when I came down with the flu, and it was pretty brutal, to be absolutely honest with you. And you're not only do you have all the flu symptoms, such as streamy eyes, runny nose, the coughs, and the sore throats, but every joint and bone aches as well. So anybody who's got it, please give them the time of day, because it's none too pleasant. Let me tell you. So make sure that you share the show and come and join us tonight. I'm just going to switch on the comment section, which means you can come in and chat to me. There we are, Chrissy, my cousin Chris Burns, and Lynn is coming to join us as well. Lovely to see you guys. Thanks very much for being in here already. And I'm just going to check, see if I can come up with another way of seeing y'all tonight, and get involved with these comments. So there we go. Um, I've got Facebook user saying good evening. I'm really really sorry, but when you come through to me in the signboard, or actually in the studio, it comes up as Facebook user. So I can see Chrissy, I can see Lynn. Lovely to see you in the room, by the way. But where it says Facebook user, that's given me 2 hearts. Thank you very much for being here. But could you put your name in there? Because I can't see your name. And it's a bit sad, I can't see your name. Hi, Paul. Great to see you. I fell in the woods and fractured my right arm. So, yes, my feet are up. My feet are up for Christmas. I had 2 birthdays ago. But on the mend, great to see you. It's Grania. You fractured your Granya's giving me the hearts. Who was it that fractured the arm? I'm so sorry, Dave. And my empathy, my heart, my everything goes out with you, because Christmas before this one, on the 18th of December last year, I fell over, broke my arm, broke it completely. So I am with you 100%. My heart is with you. My beautiful cousin Grania is in the room as well. So it's 2 cousins in the room tonight. Ronnie Huff has joined us. Ronnie, good evening, my darling. How wonderful to see you. Jean from Prescott. Jean, hi, sweetheart. Lovely to see you. Or Joan, even. There we go. Joan Feeney had fractured her arm. Joan, I'm so sorry. sorry to hear that. With you, I did exactly the same thing. 18th of December last year, not this year, obviously, because I've got the risk. Now, I don't know whether or not you're getting everything in total flow, but on my systems here, it's showing a very jerking going on. If you can hear me, that's fine. Just let me know in the comment section that you can hear me all well. Please, 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 please share the show. But on my system here, there's a delay that's going on and showing me on my video, showing me after I've spoken. So I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to try and completely and utterly just just ignore it, to be absolutely honest with you, because it's putting me off something chronic. However, we'll carry on here. 40 shares so far, which is great to see. Now let's see. We it was good chatting with you the other day, says Granny. Darling, my door and my ears are open for you anytime, and still a lot of healing going out. Healing going out to both my uncle and my aunt. Chrissy's dad, Francie, my uncle Francie, and my beautiful cousin's mom, my auntie Kathleen. So healing going out to both of those tonight. So if anybody is if anybody is suffering tonight, let's put them together in thought, mind, and prayer, and send them out some energy. Okay, send them out some love, send them out some energy. Holly Orphan says, "Can hear you, but there's a lag." Yes, I don't know whether there's something to do with the bad weather in the United States, because as you know, United Public Radio Network are very kind, and they have put this show on. So you have Spirit Quest, The Journey of Life, coming to you by United Public Radio Network, which is coming out to you on 105.3 and 107.7 FM from New Orleans. So whether or not we're getting a lag through the very, very bad weather they're experiencing over there in the United States, could be because there was no bad lag last week. But do you know what? Let's carry on, because the old saying goes, the show must go on. So tonight, we will be talking about what to do, how to get yourself into the mindset of getting yourself ready for 2023, which is literally around the corner. And just to let you know a wee bit ahead of time, the next Spirit Quest show will be on the 5th of January. So this is literally it. This is the final show of 2022. It's been... Well, it's been a very, very fast year. I can tell you that. I don't know. I don't know why, but it's been very, very fast. Lise, I don't know how to pronounce your surname, but from Quebec in Canada, welcome to the show. How wonderful to see you. Hi, Sandy. Lovely Sandy White's in the room. Sandy, hi. Lovely to see you. Very, very kind. Thank you very, very much for being here. Nearly got that out, he said. So Lise Grand, I could well be so way off the mark there, but Lise from Quebec in the city of Canada, welcome to the show. It's wonderful to see you. Thanks for being here. And those of you who are saying yes, there's a bit of jerking, a bit of lag. I was not a huge amount I can do that. I think it's something to do with literally with the systems going out there in Canada. Sorry about that, but our systems there. That being said, we did have storm today, which switched on. At one point, I didn't think we were going to have a show because our power went off. You guys call it a power outage. We had that here for about 3 or 4 times throughout the day. So it could be this side, but do you know what? Not a lot we can do about it. Let's just climb on the horse and get on with the show. Right. So anyway, good evening. Have you had a good Christmas? It's like, once again, Facebook user. I'm so sorry. Whoever's asked me that question. Yes, it was quiet. It was relaxed. It was with family. So that's the kind of Christmas. That's what I want. I'm not very into super tech Christmases. I'm very traditional. I like to be surrounded by my family, having a great time, eating some good food, and just spending some quality time. And we did that this year. We literally told the world to leave us alone for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and we just got on with being a family and spending the time, and then of course the gifts came out on Christmas Day, which was great, and some wonderful gifts to be had by everybody. It was great. So I'm getting a lot of people saying hi, Paul, and thank you very much. But it's coming up and saying Facebook user. So please, 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 whoever just wrote to me saying evening, hope you had a great Christmas, just put in your name there. I'd love to see who you are. And the person that just asked me hi, Paul, or just said hi, Paul, hi. I'm sorry I can't. I'd love to say hi with your name involved, but unfortunately, that's not showing me who you are, and it's kind of annoying because I'd really like to be able to speak to you on a one-to-one, so I could say hi directly to you. Thanks very much for being here, by the way. So those of you who are in the UK, and I don't know if you guys get this, I don't know if you guys get Dr. Martin, where you come from, but one of the things, I'm just going to come back over here. Right, let's have a look. So Leonie Rose, Joan Feeney, Mary Callis Erickson. I'm starting to write. I've done something here that's going to allow me to see you. Simon Clark. Hi, Simon. Hi, Paul from Mary Erickson. Hi, Mary Erickson. Lovely to see you. Right, I've managed to do a little trick here on the side, which has allowed me to be able to see who you are. So John Feeney is in a bit of jerking. Yeah, not a lot I can do about the jerking. It's really outside of our control. It's out in the realms of, where does the internet live? That's a good question. Where does the internet live? Interesting, isn't it? Think about that. And so Leonie Rose has joined us as well. Leonie, lovely to see you. Simon Clark, I'd like to say a big hi to Simon. Lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. Ariel Taylor has just joined us. Ariel, welcome. Lovely to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Good evening. Welcome to you all. Please, 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 please share the show. Get it out there. Share it with your friends. Share it with your family. Invite them all to come in, and share it with your groups as well. Tell them we're all live. Mine lives on the fireplace. Okay, that's very cool. Lynn says it's in the airways, but is it? Is it? Because it actually comes in via cable. So there you go. Donna Kelso has joined us. Donna, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Just to let you all know, we're coming to you from the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 FM from the beautiful New Orleans. Welcome, one and all. And a big, big, big thank you to all of the great people at United Public Radio for allowing me to host my show through your amazing network. I will be sharing with you guys a little bit more information that's coming up in relation to my other show, Reach Across. So look out for that. Did you have a good Christmas? That's what it's all about. Did you guys have a good Christmas? Come on, tell me. Share it with me. Not that it matters. Well, what was your favorite gift? I mean, go on. What was your favorite gift? Because you can kind of think that, you can answer that and you can say to yourself, right, well, my favorite gift was boom. And then does that mean all the rest of your gifts were crap? No, it doesn't. But you will have one favorite gift. I'm going to sound very, what am I going to sound like here? I'm going to sound very, I don't know. But a lot of you do know, some of you don't know, but my beautiful wife was extremely ill the year before last. She came down with cancer of the groin, the chest, the leg, groin, chest, and brain. And not last October, but the October before, she had to go through a very, very serious brain operation to have a tumor that was the size of a walnut removed from her brain. Now, needless to say, my best gift this year was having her by my side. So I am a massive, massive advocate and fan of the NHS, who actually and the doctors that operated on her, and the doctors that have treated her, and the nurses that have treated her, and that's my favorite gift this year. Yeah, I got a pile of gifts from my family. Yes, absolutely, but it was amazing. I just, you know, she said to me, "What's your favorite gift?" I said, "I've got it. I'm talking to it." And I genuinely mean that. I genuinely mean that. And when you hear me say to you guys, especially if you're a big fan of Reach Across, at the end of Reach Across, on every show, I say, communicate, appreciate, and validate. You will always hear me say those words: communicate, appreciate, and validate. What that means is communicate. Tell the people in your life that you are so fond and you love them. Appreciate what you have, appreciate them, validate it by making sure they understand that they are loved. Communicate, appreciate, and validate. I always say do that so a medium never has to do it for you. So when you have got people in your life who are not going through the best of health, don't waste time, because my Johanna, my wife, she was absolutely fantastic. We were working away, we were building a business. It was fantastic. Next thing, bang, it all hit at once. So there's no telling what, when, why, her, or where. So my advice is don't take chances. Let those people that who are part of your life are and who are important in your life, let them know just how important they are. Every opportunity you get. Donna says, "Hey, hi, hey Donna, lovely to see you." Leonie says, "Ours was very quiet. Quiet Christmases are wonderful. I love those." Simon Clark says, "Bless you, Simon. Thank you very much. I genuinely appreciate you saying that. Life is the greatest gift, and you are 100% accurate with that one, my friend." Shelley Noyles Anderson. I reported her. Who did you report? I don't know. I didn't see who you reported. Chrissy Burns, Wisdom Smith. Oh, we got one of those idiots. Sorry, I see that. Thanks for first of all, thank you for doing that. Appreciate you blocking that person. You get these people who literally have no idea what they're doing when they're blocking, they're bumping into people. There's no you'll know the mediums that I advocate. I'll tell you who they are. So thanks very much. I mean, I can just click a button on them now. This Wisdom Smith, not a lot of wisdom there. Enough said. I had a lovely family Christmas, and thanks. My favorite gift was my Wawa sound instrument. Oh, that sounds cool. My Wawa sound instrument. Now you're gonna. Let's. I want to see you. Well, days gone by, we would have seen you on Top of the Pops. So let's have someone out. Um, Shelley says she's reported. Thank you very much for reporting that person. I reported the intruder on your show. Thank you for that. I don't get bent out of shape about it. Do you remember what I've taught you? I've taught you so many times. Energy is a magnet to energy. Okay, so literally, energy is a magnet to energy. So what you give off as energy, you attract as energy. And so you really don't want to be attracting negative energy. So what we do with this person who's not so wise, Smith, we would just block them. We delete the comment and we block the user, and it's that simple. And we carry on, and we don't give it a second thought. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to carry on, and we're going to. The whole show is about getting you prepared, getting you set up for 2023. Now, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of people have ideas. Well, I wouldn't mind this, and I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind isn't I want. So I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, But unless you actually know what it is that you want, you don't. Neither does the universe, and you can't attract to yourself something you don't really know. You understand what I'm saying? So, okay. Simon says, "Life's a great good." And the Wawa, the Wawa. not for top of the pops. It's for sign therapy. Hey, Donna, it might be needed on top of the pops. We need sign therapy right now. In fact, I use sign therapy um, when I'm clearing buildings. Right. So the preparation for 2023 is all about your attitude to yourself. Okay, and we when we look at that as the show moves on through the night. Coming right after the show tonight, don't forget we got the Outer Realm, which is hosted by the lovely Michelle De Rocher and Amelia Pisano, two magnificent and very, very clever and very amazing people. And I wish them both a fantastic Christmas and a very happy New Year. So, right after this show tonight, you will have coming up the Outer Realm. Please stick around and watch that. Now, what is it that you want? Literally, what is it that you want? So, and a lot of people won't say it out loud because they feel that there's a guilt complex which won't allow you to be as really open about what you want. And what you need to do is, and I did this a long, long time ago. I removed guilt from my life. I do not allow guilt in my life in any way, shape, or form. If people try to use a guilt complex on me, I stop them mid flow and I say, "Oh, I see. Are you trying to use guilt on me? Because guilt won't work." Okay, and I will literally cut them down. Struck. I say, talk to me. Tell me what it is you want, but don't try and use guilt because you'll get nowhere. Funds for a car and pass my test. Right, that's a good goal, Leonie. That's good. That's a good goal. So, any more? Any others? Want or need my friends is Simon. Um, want or need my friend. You've got a friend, Simon, and your friend circle is going to continue to grow. That's absolutely sure of that. You can be absolutely sure of that. Um, but what do you want for yourself? Literally, what is it that you want for yourself? Come on, tell me. Share with me tonight. Now, are you out there sharing the show? Are you sharing it with your friends and family? Tell me. It's really, really difficult to try and control this tonight because it's so jerky. I'm finding it really, really difficult to try and control this tonight. But bear with me and let's chat about this. Chat with Donna because I'm very, very interested in finding out this Wawa is. I need you to tell me about this Wawa. What's that all about? It sounds really interesting. Tell me. Is it like a bowl? Is it like a drum? What is it? Tell me. Ronnie is telling me that I've shared the show. Ronnie, thank you very, very much. And so good to see you, by the way. I do hope that you've not been hammered by this amazing freak weather that's zooming through the United States at the minute. Sending you guys out a lot of love, a lot of protection for that going through it. I want and give therapy, like to give it all to charity. Sound therapy is fantastic. Sound therapy is one of the best, and I use it myself. I use it for when I'm clearing down, I'm trying to balance my chakras, or when I'm clearing energy out of the rooms. We use that. One of the magnificent gifts that I had received this year was the singing bowl, and that's just I could feel it actually vibrating all the way through me. Beautiful gifts, and if you have the opportunity to get yourself a singing bowl, which is you got the bowl and you got the little stick and you make the sound, it is healing beyond healing. It's a magnificent instrument. It's an instrument because it makes sound, and it has a lot of potential. So New Year planning. Okay, so we're getting things of like I want to pass my driving test and I want to get the funds together for a car. What does that represent to you, Leonie? But I've got an idea of what it represents, but I'm not going to put words in your mouth. Um, what does that represent for you? It's really kind of what's behind that of what you want. Okay. Personally, I kind of get the feeling it getting your driving test and then getting your car, it represents freedom. So what is it you want to be free of? It really is. It's a course of freedom. That's what that means. So getting driving tests, getting your car, and that just gives you freedom. So what what kind of freedom? There you go. You've hit it right on the head. For me, it's freedom, new job, and travel. There you go. There you go. Now you're getting into the frame of mind. Open that and expand it even more. And you're going to give off an immense amount of energy based upon that freedom and that desire to improve, to grow. Okay. Now, out of that, the universe is going to go, "Oop, what's going on here? Leonie wants that. Okay. All right, let's make it." But you can't say to the universe, "Hey, universe, I want to pass my test and I want the money for a car," because the universe will go, "All right," and it'll just sit there. You need to say, "Oh, there's my beautiful pal Amelia Pisano. Merry Christmas, my darling. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Thanks for sticking your head in the door. It's wonderful to see you." Um, so going back to my dear darling Leonie. So you need to be saying, right, okay, I am focused on this. I want my driving test done. I want to pass my test. I want a car, and I want it by March. You want to be absolutely totally focused, and be saying specifically, this is what I want, and this is what I want. Then the universe will prick up and go, okay, right, let's get on with that then. Let's get that together. Um, and what we got coming on here, I've got a lot of healing from biofield training, similar effects and singing bowls. Yes, Joan, immense. It's immense. Kay Sequin is in the room. Kay, hi, welcome to the show. How wonderful to see you. I hope you're well. I hope you had a great Christmas with Kelly and the family, and I hope you're staying safe in that freak weather that's going through the United States. May is the next available spots, and I've been driving since April already. Then you're ready. Get it in here, get it in there, get it in here. Boom, make it happen. You can do it. You can do it. So, all right. What are you frightened of? All y'all, by the way, to all of the people who are watching and listening tonight, what is it that you're not looking forward to in 2023? That's a really important question. What is it you're not looking forward to? Kelly's right here with me and watching, and we are okay. The weather-wise, thank you. Well, Kelly, Merry Christmas. Good to see you both, and great to see you both well. And thanks for taking the time out to be in here tonight. Very kind of you. I appreciate that. And my darling Amelia says, "Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and yours, Amelia. You are you are a godsend. You're an absolute godsend." She's an amazing person, and as I say, make sure you watch the show coming up right after here, which is the Outer Realm with my beautiful pal Amelia and my other beautiful pal Michelle, and their show's fantastic. Actually, it's kind of like I wish I was in America because I would be an avid follower of it. But because it's like 2 and 3 in the morning here, I kind of start to listen to it. Next thing I know, it's morning. And it's not them that they're boring that put me to sleep. It's just I'm so tired. But make sure that if you're awake and you have something, you want something to watch something useful rather than watching something on TV, be a part of the Outer Realm. Make sure you follow them and be a part of that magnificent show. Maria has joined us. Good afternoon, Maria. And lovely to see you. She's giving some Italian there to Amelia. Ciao, bella. Leonie says, "Oh, I have a whole psychology book full of fears, but my biggest is being alone. There's no way on this planet you're ever going to be alone. That's for absolute sure." Someone said there one of the fears is getting a year older. I'm just looking for that. Being a year older. There we go. Lynn said that. Um, how? First of all, let's address that. Um, don't be a jelly bunny on the floor. So let's address that. Why would being a year older be fearful? Okay, I don't think that's the fear. I think basically what you're doing is you're using that as a catalyst for a real fear. Which what is the real fear? Okay, So you're using it like a smoke screen, as the old saying goes. What is the real fear behind that? So come on. My fear is dying, just the unknown of it all. Right. There is no answer to that. Okay. And I think anybody would be remiss if they didn't fear that, irrespective of who you are. Okay. Now, basically, the whole concept of passing across, it's unknown. It's not, well, it's actually not unknown, which is the truth. Um, it's actually, with all of the work that I've done through the last 35 years, okay, um, I would say 99.9% of the spirit people who spoke with me always said, we go home. Okay. So when I say that it's not that we don't know what we're doing or we don't know what's going to happen, that's not true. Because when we cross over to the other side of life, it's we're going back home, so it's back to knowledge. Okay, when we come over to this side of life, for some reason, the powers that be deem it that we all the knowledge we have amassed so far is kept in spirit, and we then progress our knowledge and build up the knowledge of our spirit here. Okay, so basically, we're at university, we're at college, and we're learning as we grow. So that being said, even though we know that, even though we're aware, and even though you've watched me for the last God knows how many years, be on radio, be it be on TV, be on stage, one to ones, whatever, group sessions, the whole 9 yards, with the amount of excuse me, with the amount of reads that I've done, with the amount of evidence that I've brought through, with the amount of physical evidence I've brought through in relation to photographic evidence of spirits caught in orbs and in focal points, it still won't subdue that fear of dying. Those of us who have had the experience of NDEs, near-death experiences, it eases that fear a little bit. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't remove it. Not at all. Not at all does it remove it. It eases it ever so slightly because we've experienced something we're getting ahead of time. It's kind of like a preview. Um, and those of us who experience NDEs, I'm going to say it out straight. Even though I've experienced an NDE and a very focused NDE as well, I'm not in any rush to get across to the other side of life. Not in any rush whatsoever. Now, let's have a wee look at this. Now, what we're doing is we're to share the show with you guys tonight. Tonight's show is about prepping you, getting you ready for 2023. So, we're going to be talking about what it is that you fear, what it is that you enjoy. So, Ronnie, my darling Ronnie, I'm just going to bring her message up on the screen here so you guys can see. Um, Again, because the system is playing up here. And it's good. Afraid of being walked out on again, and the fear of not communicating my wants and my needs. Now, the great thing about Ronnie here is Ronnie's actually one of my students, an amazing student she is as well. Afraid of being walked out on again. Now, going back to what I've taught you guys, the magnetic concept of energy. Okay, what you give off is what you know what you give off as energy you attract as energy. So if you're giving off energy, I'm afraid of being walked out on, then what what do you think's going to happen? Okay, there's no fear of being walked out on. There's, there's, how can you fear something that hasn't happened? Okay, you're creating a concept and you're building energy towards a concept that hasn't happened. Okay, it's like saying, right, man should not walk on Mars in case there is a bug on Mars that will wipe out all life on Earth. we don't no idea whether there's one there or not, but we're already building up a fear against something that doesn't exist. So you're building up a fear, you're building up your pent up aggression, and that's what it is, because it's in the foremost of your mind of being walked out on, and it hasn't happened. Okay, the only way that that will never happen is through the concept of communication. All right, um, and the only person that can't communicate your wants and needs is you. I've taught you this. I remember sitting with you in class and teaching you that. Okay, communication is not something, it's everything. Okay, but you have a habit of leaning on the negative side. You do have a habit of that, and it's something you must learn to get off. So you go into 2023 with the I will not allow negative thoughts to control my mind. Okay, my mind doesn't control me, I control my mind. You must say that over and over and over. My mind and my thoughts do not control me, I control them. Alrighty, if you have a fear of being walked out on, then you must communicate that. You must say, listen guys, or listen to whom, um, I've carried this fear, it happened in the past, this is what is on my mind. And once you've got it off your mind, then there's room for something else. So let's have a look at what we're having coming in the room. It's lovely to see. It's lovely to see so many folks here tonight. Please, please, please share the show. Get it out there. Share it with your friends and family, please. I have a young outlook in life and keep fit, and I'm positive and happy. I just don't want that to change by getting old. Well, Lynn, right. I don't want to sound. What's the right word here? I don't want to sound like I'm talking down to you. There is a word for that, but I just can't think of what it is at the moment. I don't want to sound like I'm talking down to you. That's not true. I'm talking with you. I never talk down to people. But I want to look at your mindset, how you're thinking. I have a young outlook in life. Okay, so you've started it off with a positive, and then you ended it off with a fact. Think about what you're saying, alrighty? So you started off with a positive. I have a young outlook on life and I keep fit. But then you've ended up with a fact. I don't want to change it by getting older. But that's actually something you can't change. There's no way. You're building up an energy and a thought process against something that cannot be changed. There is actually no way it can be changed. Okay, so it's going back to something that I shared with you guys many years back. There isn't a problem until there's a problem. There's nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about. So, first of all, let's have a look at what Lynn has put. I just don't want that to change by getting older. Well, it'll only change if you allow it to change. Okay, I was at a seminar. Okay, um, a seminar where a gentleman who was a grandmaster in Aikido, and he was 93 years old. And he was a grandmaster of Aikido. And you looked at him and you'd think he'd fall over with a gust of wind. And this gentleman was throwing 6'2" guys around a room like they were paper dolls. Okay. And he was doing it with gentleness because the Aikido is the gentle way. And he was throwing them on the floor and he had no emotions other than happiness. And these guys they were told by him, attack me like you really want to put me on the floor. And he was flinging them all over the place. He was 93 years old. And he was out there doing seminars and he was out teaching and he was out doing his martial arts and he was out doing everything he loved. And there is the seed of life. He was doing everything he loved. Okay. And that's what made him carry on. My dear dad, my amazing father. We were being called to his bedside when he was about to die. That's what the doctors told us. You need to get over here. His BP has dropped to below 60. He's not going to make it through the night. My dad said, duh, do you think? Not only did he make it through the night, but this was on a Wednesday. The following Saturday, he was at a football match because he wanted to be there. Okay. He wanted out of the hospital and he wanted to go to see the All Ireland final in Croke Park in Dublin. And he was there because it's something he loved and it's something he wanted to do and it's somewhere he wanted to be. And following his actions, it only gave me motivation, more and more and more motivation. So changing your mindset off to being a positive, changing your mindset into how your life is going to be filled with positive reaction and getting rid of the negative thinking is the only way forward. Just because you get another, your body gets another year older, it isn't a negative thing. You've actually now got another 12 months of experiences that you didn't have before. So where's the negatives there? You got to change your attitude to life, okay? And not have an argumentative attitude, be an open and expanding attitude. Nolene Grant Walker, Nolene, welcome. Good to see you. Lovely to see you, in fact. Thanks very much for being here. How do I go about forgiving someone when I really don't mean it? Then you can't. There's no go about it. You can't. If you don't mean it, then there's no forgiveness. It is black and white. It is that clear. All right. What you can't, but you also can't carry in your mind or your heart unforgiveness. Imagine and I'm sorry to say this, but imagine for a second that person was taken out of your life tomorrow. Bang. You never got the opportunity to settle, communicate, appreciate, and validate. Okay. Really, is it worth that? Was it worth carrying that negativity? No, it's 99.9.9.9.9% of the time. No, it wasn't. Um, it's not about whether or not you forgive that person. It's whether you can learn from the situation. It's more important. Forgiveness is healing the process, and it's not a quick fix. It's something you got to work on. I would agree with that 100%. 100% agree with that. Let's go backwards to what I was saying. So, in 2022, we started off the 1st of January 2022, and we will finish on the last day of December 2022. What I want you to do, okay, before next week's show is make out a list of all of the things that went right for you in 2022. If I turn around to you and said to you tonight, okay, I want you to tell me the things that went wrong, you'll get it like that. You go dum 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 dum, and you'll start listing them. Okay. If I turn around to you and go, what was the best thing that happened to you in July of 2022? You go, you start doing that. Okay. So what we need to do is change that concept. The lists and your memory should be based upon all the things that went right. Your training, the way you are right now, is based upon all the things that went wrong. So we've got to flip that right. What are the greatest things that literally happened from the 1st of January 2022 and will continue all the way through, including the show, by the way, all the way through till the very last day in 2022 before we cross into 2023. Okay, so what is it? What's that great list? List the great things that happened to you this year. Kay says to me, at this point, I don't think it would bother me, Paul. She has destroyed my family. Well, what you got to really, I want to put a thought in your mind, Kay. And first of all, thank you for having the courage to come on the show. I appreciate you doing that. I genuinely do. And I appreciate you sharing your thoughts and feelings with me because I know you're a wonderful, warm person. You and Kelly are two magnificent people. But you may want to think, um, what is it that caused her to do that? Okay, not from your perspective, but from her perspective. What fear factor that would be going through her system that would make her to do something that would be untoward? So Johanna taught me this, and her mother used to say, "One story is good until another one's told." Okay, Johanna taught me that, and I've always now basically what it's saying is, before you make your mind up, look at it from another person's perspective, or the person that in case this other person who's gone out of their way to upset the family. What is it that's in her mind and in her heart that's created that? And look at it from that perspective. But that really, who's the bigger person? The person who can step up and give and show the forgiveness, or the person who battles on with building the walls? So that's not me telling you what to do. Under no circumstance would I do that. Ariana Renee said, "Hi, Ariana. Welcome to the show. Good to see you in the room. Thank you very much for being here. Please do share the show." So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the United Public Radio Network is coming to you on 105.3, 107.7 FM from the very beautiful New Orleans on this beautiful December day and evening. Okay, so the next show, ladies and gentlemen, will be coming up next Thursday, which is the 5th of January. So it will be the last show of 2022. So I want to make it a great show. Now, if there's any of you out there tonight who would like to come on the show and talk to me, let me know. I will happily send you a wee link, and you can be on the show and come and chat with me. How about that? Mental illness. She's a narcissist. I've tried to talk with her. Found out she didn't like me from day one. But once again, you're building the wall. Once again, you're fighting. Who's carrying that problem? Is it her or you? It sounds to me like she is. So, who's got to deal with that issue? She does, not you. You're just allowing her effective technique to work. And really, what you should be doing is water a duck's back. Once again, that's not me telling you what to do. You have to choose. That's the one thing we were born with in this world: choice, freedom of choice. So, what list have you got? What things in your mind were going through there already? Okay, I'll put that on the list. I put this on the list. That list of 2022. What is that list going to look like for you for 2022? The greatest things that happened to you in this year. One of the greatest things, one of the phenomenal things that maybe were even life changing for you and gave you a lift and a drive and a motivation. One of the great things that's really given you perspective. Okay, because these are the things that we should be carrying across and pushing for in 2023. When we go into 2023, which is only around the corner, Sunday, when we go into 2023, what we don't want to be doing is carrying the negativity with us from 2022. Okay, all of the things that went wrong, all of the things that didn't go right, all of the things that didn't happen, the falls, the breaks, the cuts, the scrapes, all of that kind of stuff, we want to leave it in this year. We don't want to carry it across into a new year, new start. Okay, you have the ability to make 2023 the strongest and biggest year of your life, but you have to have the attitude for that. You have to have the motivation, the drive, the ambition to make 2023 what you want. And I go right back to the beginning of the show. What do you want? You'd be surprised how many people don't actually know. Okay. And then, when you've managed to highlight what it is that you want in 2023, you have to then want to know when you're going to do that. When is it going to be done by? How is it going to be done? Does the universe know this is what you want? Or is it just a jumbled up thought that's rolling about in the back of your head? See my point? So, are you enjoying the show? Are you enjoying Spirit Quest, the journey of life? This is only the third show in, and at this point in time, it is something that I'm enjoying. It is something that we're looking at expanding on, and at some point, maybe taking it across the television. So the whole idea is to create a show that has a talk show and an interactive show where you guys can come and talk to me, and we look at the spirit quest, the journey of life, because it's the betterment and the improvement of spirit, that is why we're here. That's what we do. Now, all the way through from when we were babies, 1 year old, 2 year old, you'd be surprised. You actually do learn now. All the way back then, you were being taught. 99.9% of the time, you were being told no, don't, and you can't. 99.9% of that time, no, don't, you can't was based upon protecting you. Okay. However, that protection, though, working at that point in time, can and does travel on through your life. It really, really does. Okay. You shouldn't do this because you shouldn't. Don't do this. Don't get down. Don't jump off that. Get down off that roof. Get down off that stool. Don't do this. You'll hurt yourself. Don't do that. You'll hurt yourself. All of those things create a boundary around us that is designed to protect us, but that boundary can't hold us back. It can't stop us from getting what we want to get. For an example, and I hope you don't mind, I want to use my beautiful friend Ronnie for this moment here. She's I've known Ronnie for a long, long, long time now. She is one of my students. I have taught her, and she has a great ability, but she has a very negative outlook which she needs to drop because she keeps coming back to me saying, "You have a what if, and maybe I can't, and maybe I shouldn't," and she builds up all these big negative scenarios, and that is based upon fear. Okay, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is the will to continue even in the face of fear. That's the difference. Alrighty. Once again, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is the will and strive and motivation to continue even in the presence of fear. Okay. So basically, overcome, adapt, motivate, and drive. Okay. Everything is out there. Everything you want, everything is achievable. You just got to really want to do it. And if you haven't achieved your goals, you really got to address your goals. I know I might sound condescending. That was the word I was looking for earlier. I might sound condescending. I don't wish to be. Please. I really want you to think about this. If you haven't achieved your goals, then you mustn't have really wanted to achieve them that well. Okay? You must have really decided, hmm, okay, I really want to do that. I really, kind of like to do that. And you've never done it. So it really mustn't have been a goal. Okay. If you haven't achieved specific goals in your life, then you really got to ask yourself why you haven't achieved those and why didn't you make them a priority in your life to achieve. Alrighty. And with that whole concept of thought of process, that is the concept you want to be taking with you into a brand new year. However, carrying negativity will only outweigh any positivity. Okay, because you're going to walk into a brand new year. It's like walking into a beautiful white room with white walls and a white roof and a white floor and one window. And you think, wow, okay. But everything you have doesn't match the room. That's the negativity. If you leave that negativity at the door and don't bring it into the room then becomes an option for you to decorate however you want. Okay. One more time. When you walk into a room and the room has got white walls, and a white roof, and a white floor, and a window, and you carry all your negativity, but all that negativity doesn't match the room, then you're not going to live in a balanced environment. However, if you leave all that negativity at the door, you have now the option of decorating that room to make it a warm and homely environment for yourself. Think about it. Let it settle in your mind and let that vision flow. Set up the year like you'd be setting up your life. Every new year is another opportunity of 12 months for you to get it right. But remember this as well. We only ever learn and discover when we get it wrong. Think about it. So all of the messages have stopped on my other device over here. So it means either you guys are thinking about me, or thinking what I'm talking about, or you all cleared off and left me, one or the other. But as we move across into 2023, um, the Spirit Quest, the Journey of Life show will extend. It will get. It may change in times, by the way, but it will be progressing. And we have the new sorry, I'll start again. The news I was going to share with you guys is Reach Across. My show Reach Across is coming back on the 9th of January. That's the 9th, it's week after next, and that will be here. It'll still be at my normal time of 8 p.m. So it'll be the normal time as we normally have the show, 8 p.m. at night, in UK time, which is an afternoon show for all the people in the United States. Oh, look who's come in the room, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Lovely to see you, darling. I think if I'm right, you are still in Spain, and I hope Spain is lush and you're enjoying yourself. Thanks for taking the time to come out at was midnight now here in the UK. So the Reach Across live with Paul Francis is still going to continue at 8 p.m. at night. It was 7:30. We're going to start it at 8 p.m. A lot of people, more people, seem to enjoy starting it around that time. But it will be here. It'll actually be here, so it'll be going. It'll be streamed out to all of the United States, Australia, UK, Ireland, all over, literally all over the world, and going out on 105.3 and 107.7 FM from the beautiful New Orleans. Maria says, we're still here. Well, I'm glad you're still here because I'm beginning to think I was on my own there. I was thinking that either two things have happened. One, you've all cleared off because you're bored, which I'm hoping that's not the case. The other thing, of course, is this whole weird glitching that's going on tonight is a bit of an annoyance to be at very least. But if you're listening to me on FM radio, then I hope you're getting it clear and free. Amanda says it's great to see you. It's 1 a.m. over there in Spain. Well, good morning to everybody listening in Spain and that part of the world, and listening throughout of Europe. Good morning and good afternoon to you too. And of course, here in the UK, if you're still up, it's good morning. So, very good morning. Midnight here in the UK. So, all of the people in the UK are probably saying, right about enough, I'm going to go to bed. I'm glad to hear you're starting your show at a sensible time. um, just set the microphone up there. Now, those of you who were sending me, I'm sorry, I actually should have started the whole show off by saying this. Those of you who sent me out a lot of get well messages for having that flu, thank you very, very much. And especially all of you who sent me messages of healing and Reiki. It worked because I'm feeling tons and tons better. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for putting up with my sniffles and croaks and groans over the last two shows. Genuinely appreciate that. Eva has joined us. Eva, good afternoon. How wonderful to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Maria says it's 4:04 in California. Well, tell you what, Maria, good afternoon. And I hope you're well, and I hope it's wonderful in California today. I do have still got a few frogs in my throat, which you probably can hear. But nonetheless, we're going to carry on the show. I'm old school. The show must go on. Now, I'm just look on my list to make sure I've covered everything that I'm going to talk about. Yeah, so the 5th of January, which is next Thursday, will be the next Spirit Quest show. And then right after that, 4 days after that, on the 9th of January, will be the brand new Reach Across live show coming to you live here. And that will be going out at 8 p.m. UK time. And I'll tell you whatever time of the week it is, or for Eastern and Canada and all the other places. Now, those of you who know me from Reach Across will know that show is totally focused on doing reads, doing cards, and answering questions based on spiritual work. So, if that's something that you're really, really interested in, then please, please, please do come and join us live on that show. Maria says, has had this flu 4 weeks now, and no voice, no cough. I know, can imagine. It's turned into pneumonia on your left lung. I'm sorry to hear that, my sweetheart. One of my dear friends, Gary, has had pneumonia. Actually, that's just reminding me I need to give him a shout tomorrow and make sure he's okay. But Gary's had pneumonia, so make sure you get the antibiotics and look after yourself. Ruby's joined us from San Antonio, Texas. Ruby, welcome to the show. Wonderful to see you. Thanks for taking the time to come out here tonight. It's very kind of you. You are listening to me live on the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 FM, coming to you live from beautiful New Orleans. Right after tonight's show, we're going to be followed by The Outer Realm, brought to you by the magnificent Michelle de Rocher and Amelia Pisano. And if you are a fan of, well, if you haven't watched their show, watch it. You will become a fan. I can tell you that right here now. But Michelle and Amelia are two of the top. Well, Amelia is one of the top psychics that I've ever known, and Michelle has been working in the fields of, you know, paranormal, UFOs, and all that kind of thing for a long, long, long time. They're two well-educated people in their fields, and their show's fantastic. Anna Eva has joined us. Anna, hi, welcome to the show. Was finally able to get the doctor to give them to us, and now we will start them tonight. I thought it was just you, but anyway, all of you, whoever else in your family is ill, sorry to hear that. Sending you guys out a lot of love and a lot of healing right now. Remembering that it's important to communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life, so media never has to do it for you. Right? Trudy Hall has joined us. I can't believe there's more people joining us after midnight than pre-midnight. Trudy, hello, my darling, and a very Merry Christmas, and thank you for being here tonight. I hope you're well, my sweetheart. Good to see you. And I know Trudy is only around about 45, 50 minutes away from me. Lovely to see you, sweetheart. Okay, so as we carry on with the show, we are into the final hour of the show, actually. And as you can see, the cold is still trying to fight to keep in here. Getting yourself planned, get yourself ready for the new year. A lot of people do New Year's resolutions, but very, very few people actually keep to those resolutions. What are your plans for 2023? And let's get you in the right mindset so that you can literally make it the best year of your life. Um, Joan and Nika and I all have. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, John and Nika and yourself send you lots of love. Um, depends on who's driving. That's cool. Trudy, welcome to the show. Anyway, I'm glad to see you're safe and well. I hope you had a great time all over Christmas. I hope you were out there doing your thing, because I know on days of old you were a bit of a party animal. So your experiences of 2022 should not inhibit any negative experiences. I should have started that with. Should not inhibit your 2023. Do not carry them into the new year. Make a list. Here's a little bit of homework for you before next week's show. Make a list of all of the great things that have happened to you through this year. All of the great things. So start on January 1, 2022, and go right throughout the entire year and make a list of all of the great things that have happened to you. Okay? Make that list strong and true. And no matter how big or how small it is that happened to you, but make sure it's there. Okay? So as we cross over the threshold of 22 to 23, you're carrying those great thoughts and that great energy with you to really motivate yourself to achieve in 2023. Excuse me. He says trying to cough his lung up. Forgive me for that. The cold is trying its best to hang on in there for to, to carry into 2023, but it's not going to happen because I'm too strong for it. Right. Any more questions on what we want to talk about tonight? So, depends on who's driving. What does that mean, Trudy? Yes, you with that angelic realm on top of your head. Yes. Going back to our younger days, you were a bit of a party animal, but it's all good. You can follow us on UnitedPublicRadio.com. So that's www.unitedpublicradio.com. And you can also follow me on www.paulfrancis111.com as well. So that's paulfrancis111.com. Get yourselves in there. Make sure that you are subscribed. Okay, there's no cost to subscribe to my website, but you will be kept abreast on any new shows, any new events, any new TV shows, radio shows, or anything else that I'll be appearing at, and any specific things that'll be happening that you want to be a part of. So, Eva, it's not about what I see for you. Now, I'm just going to bring you up Eva's her post here in the chat room. I just want to bring it up. There we go. I'm just going to bring that up onto the show. 1 second. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm sounding very unprofessional. How do you see the new year for me? Says Eva. Now, I'd love to address that because it's not about what I see for you, Eva. It's about what you see for you. Okay, your outlook and your thoughts and your what it is that you want it's all down to what you want. Okay, now it's not down for me to say, right, I'm seeing this, that, and the other. If I say something that you don't like, you're automatically going to dismiss it. Your mindset is going to be, I don't like that idea. So you're going to dismiss it. So it's not about what I see for you, it's about what you see for you. Okay. The law of attraction states the energy you give off, you attract. Okay, that's the law of attraction. It's a well-proven law. So what is it that you want? And this is a question that I posed at the very beginning of the show. What is it that you want? Not necessarily just Eva, but everybody listening to the show tonight. Everybody who's come in through the door and put their head in the door and said, just to see what's going on, what is it that you want? A lot of people don't know. They don't really know what it is that they want. I learned a long time ago. I mean, I was very high in my career. I had reached the tops of my career fairly early in life because I was doing what I want. I was doing a particular job that I wanted to do, and so I reached that career top very quickly. Okay. I went through the ranks of being a chef very fast, and it was later that my mindset changed to realize that yes, I love being a chef, but there was something else that I wanted to do. There was something that was really more important. Not necessarily more important to me, but being a chef wasn't that everything. So I wanted to focus on what it was. And when I went into that, which was going into a career that I'd thought about even when I was a school child, when I was back in my days of primary school. I don't know it's not kindergarten, but it's later on in preschool, primary school. Even then, I was on the stage. And even then, the teachers all said I was designed to be an entertainer. And I would be always chosen for the school plays. I'd be always chosen to represent the school in an entertaining way, whatever that entertaining way would be. I was always chosen for it. Then I had, when you're sitting down with your family members and they're trying to help you for your life, and they're saying things like, right, when you need to get focused, what is it you want to do? Forgive me, please, for the coughing, and as you know, I'm getting over a cold. And my dad said, well, you've always had a penchant for cooking, you've always found it that you were at home in the kitchen. Why not look into that? So he was right, and I went off and trained and became a chef. And again, I loved what I did. And that was in the 80s, by the way, so my head was in the clouds as well. But equally, all the way through my life, I was still connected to music in a big way. Just not necessarily thinking about it in a performance way, even though my room was full of keyboards. I should have really took note. But all the way through my life, I kept weaving in and out of music and in and out of entertaining until the point where I decided, do you know what? Something very dramatic in my life happened, and it was actually the loss of my mother. And I was in Ireland, and I had a business. I had my own company over here, but I wasn't enjoying it. The company was successful, but I wasn't enjoying it. And in the loss of my dear mom, I decided to come back to the UK, sell my company, and get into doing what I loved. And I never looked back. I rocketed. And I mean, I genuinely rocketed. So, Eva, in sharing that story with you, it's about what you want. And it's not about what you want to do to impress other people, it's what you want for you. Because when you achieve what you want for you, you'd be surprised how many people you then are in a position to help. Um, as I zoomed through the ranks in the entertainment business and went from stage to stage to stage to ending up on radio to ending up on TV shows and even in movies, um, there was still something that was niggling at me, and that was the work in relation to spiritual work. So that was pulled in, but it was all through my experiences of being on stage helped me to have the courage, the drive, and the motivation and ambition to be able to do what I do now. Okay, so following your love, your strengths, can and only will ever get you to the goals that you really really want. So going back to Eva one more time, how do you see the new year for me? That's not the question. Okay, the question you really want to be seeing is, what do I want for me in 2023? Trudy says, I feel something incredible is coming in 2023. I'm so glad, because that is the attitude and the energy that you want, because that's what you'll be going after and you'll be looking for it. And you know what, Trudy, I know you, and you will find it. It will find its way to you. You're an incredible person with an incredible attitude to life. Your attitude to life is infectious, and you infect everybody around you with a lot of love and a lot of happiness. So I have no doubts in my mind, great things are going to find their way to you. You deserve them. If you guys got any more questions for me, here we are, 20 past 12 in 30th of December, 2022, Friday the 30th of December, 2022. Today is my, I want to say today's, excuse me, please forgive me for this coughing, Lord, but I can't do a lot about it. Um, Today is my daughter's birthday. My daughter, Maddie, she turned 21 today. 21 years old. That makes me, oh, let's carry the one. That makes me old. So, Maddie, if you are listening in, a very, very happy birthday to you, my baby girl. Love you beyond words. Happy birthday. 21 today. Donna Mayerson. Hi, Paul. Donna. Hi, darling. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. As always, thank you for being here. So, gosh, just thinking about my daughter, 21 today, 21 years old. And I remember holding her for the first time. Gosh, time rockets past. It zooms past so, so, so fast. Once again, because of that's a great link. You know, don't waste time. Communicate, appreciate, and validate every opportunity you get, because You know, these opportunities fly past now the window quicker than you can imagine. So, as we rocket through I've only got literally 40 minutes left of the show. If you've got any questions for me, please do by all means, to speak to me, ask me. Eva says, I would love to wish your baby girl a very happy birthday with many blessings. Eva, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. That's very, very kind of you. Donna saying, happy birthday, Maddie. Thank you very, very much. It's appreciative. I will definitely be passing those on. So she may well be listening in. She may well be watching. So going back to my darling Eva, it really, really is not about what I see, my sweetheart. It's about what you want. Alrighty. And I know you're a very selfless person. You tend to put a lot of other people first, but it is not selfish to put yourself first. So start considering doing that. Start considering putting yourself first. It is not selfish and shouldn't be looked upon with any kind of guilt. Okay? Guilt is something that men or man made up to keep people in line. Okay? Eliminate and abolish guilt from your life, and I promise you a better life. All right? Lynn is saying happy birthday to my beautiful Maddie. Happy birthday, Maddie, again. And hopefully she will be listening in or watching in. If not, she will be watching tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Maybe I need some cough medicine. And Maria wants a life partner. Maria, you have every opportunity of getting yourself a life partner. They're right there, and you're a beautiful person, inside and out. You will definitely attract the right person to you. I have no doubts. I'm not going to go down the route of doing reads tonight because that's not what this show's all about. That'll be happening on the 9th of December. Sorry, the 9th of January, 2023, when Spirit Quest will still be going alongside on Thursday night, but Reach Across comes back to you on Monday evenings here in the UK at 8 p.m. So you'll be able to join me once again with the Reach Across Live, where I do all the readings and I take your questions. And only the great thing about the new show being on here is that you will be able to come on live and talk to me. How about that? Get some strepsils for your cough. I can't because I'm sitting in the show in the studio and I can't just get up and leave. Plenty of water, plenty of vitamin C, and that's what's helped to get through this. And I'm not going to use any branded medicines because that's advertising. And if they want me to advertise, then should be looking at sponsoring my show. Speaking of which, if you are watching my show tonight, you're enjoying it, we are looking for sponsors for the show. So if you'd like to get your company's name out there, give us a call. We are looking for sponsors for 2023. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am coming to you live on 105.3 and 107.7 FM from the United Public Radio Network, coming to you live from the beautiful New Orleans. Coming right after the show tonight, you will be having a phenomenal show called The Outer Realm, hosted by Michelle and Amelia. And trust me, don't miss that. They are phenomenals. Mom's old school home remedies, warm milk, whiskey, and sugar. In the UK, we call that a hot toddy. And in the UK, we use Irish whiskey. Well, in Ireland, we use Irish whiskey. Donald Myers is asking me questions about my spiritual side, but I'm just going to say this to you, Donna. Donna is saying, is my grandmother and father around me? Yes. They will be around you, especially this time of the year. Especially when you're prepping yourself to go into a brand new year. They would be around you. It also leads me back to communicating, appreciating, and validating everybody in your life. So a medium never has to do it for you. However, I'm not a medium tonight. I'm a talk show host. And the show is about the spirit quest, the journey of life. Okay, spirit and the quest, the journey of life. So it's more about us chatting about that. And then in 2023, I'll be bringing in some amazing guests who are experts in their field of their specific area within the spiritual realm. Okay, I expect to be bringing in spiritual and psychic artists, people who are focused on spiritual healers, Reiki professionals, and all realms of different professionals to chat with you and give you some amazing insights and some amazing information to help you with your life. There's a pressure point on your wrist that helps you stop coughing. Oh, is there really? I didn't know that. I used to do acupressure. I didn't know that. I'd love to know where it is because I'd like to press it right now. I'm doing a lot of coughing. And I'm looking around the studio for a bottle of water, which just seems to have gone awry. And I'm out of my glass of water. But anyway, let's show what's going. I'll press my wrist and see if it'll stop my. Okay, here we go. I'm going to press the wrist now and see if Trudy's actually right. I'm going to be pushing away here. So as we are scooting through towards the end of the show, have you got any more questions for me? Come on, share the show, get it out there, tell your friends and family to be part of it, bring them in. They don't have to go to work tomorrow. So on the 5th of January, we will be looking upon the plans of 2023. We'll be looking upon on all of the sort of what I've got planned out for Spirit Quest, the different professionals I'll be talking about bringing aboard. I may have a list of 2 or 3 of those. I'm after some specific people as well to bring aboard to have a chat with you, especially those who have actually went down the line of NDEs. So if you know people who have experienced NDEs, that's near-death experiences, I will want to talk to them more into the middle of January. So next week on the 5th, we'll be kickstarting Spirit Quest really to get it ready and get it moving for this brand new year. I'd have to show you. Well, I'd love you to show me. Maybe you can send me a picture of what it looks like. I don't know, through on Facebook or something. I'd love to see where it is so I can actually push and stop them coughing tonight. I'm looking around the room. No, there's no water here. That's a shame. But anyway, show must go on. Right. Getting shape for 2023. Who is actually planning on literally getting into shape? Physically wise. Never mind the mental wise. So the mental wise literally is I've given you all this information to share with yourselves tonight. The exercise is to start off the 1st of January 22 and write a list of all the great things that happened to yourself. And don't be shy. If it was a tiny little thing, write it down, okay? But make a list out of all of the great things that happened to you in 2023. And let's combat that which literally has dragged you down. Because we want to leave all the stuff behind that has dragged you down. We don't want to carry that with us. And we want to go into the new year with all of the stuff firmly in mind that has made this year so great so that we attract the same energy in 2023. So getting into shape, I'm definitely on the highway to that because I have a wedding to go to in June, and that wedding is of my beautiful daughter Rosie. So I'm the father of the bride, and I will be wanting to give her away looking fit and healthy and not looking like a pear. So I will actually really be motivated, highly driven, and highly focused in looking good for my baby girl. So you see what I mean? I have a positive goal and I have a positive idea of how I'm going to make that goal happen. This is what the kind of things I was talking about at the very beginning of the show and what we're going to do into making things like that happen. That Amanda says I definitely have to get into shape. um, Trudy says I'm in shape. It's a round shape, but I'm in shape. Trudy, come on. I know you're a horse rider, so there's no way that you're overweight. I know you're a horse rider. Then you have to be fit to do that. Donna says, I always intend but never follow it through to get into shape. Okay, so make 2023 the year that you're going to do it. Okay? Make 2023 the year where you say, right, you know what? By February 2023, I will have lost whatever, 2, 4, 6 pounds. Now, don't go for heavyweight. Don't go to try and lose stones in the first month. You can do it, but the likelihood of you keeping them off isn't very high. So make it small and gradual, and make it a habit. Okay. So the more things that you do on a regular, repetitive way. So if you say, for example, I'll go for a walk 3 times a week at, I'm just choosing a number here, 5 p.m. say, for example, or 5:30, or 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Whatever. The more that you do that, the more that will become habit. The more that you make your food on your plate a specific type of food, the more that will become a habit. The more that you lessen the amount of food on your plate, the more that will become a habit. And the results of all of those habits is weight loss. Okay. Will that make you live longer? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Will it make you healthier? Yes, it will make you healthier. As the great Billy Connolly says, all of those people that go full out to lose weight and eat all bran and all really what I call cardboard foods. He says, yes, it will extend your life, but it extends your life at the end of your life, not when you're young, 2025. It extends it at the end when you are um, old, sitting in a chair and being spoon fed. I did love that. That did make me laugh when I read that. That's Billy Connolly all over, though. He's definitely one of my heroes. Jojo Walsh has come in the room. Hi, Paul. Hi, Jojo. Lovely to see you. Thanks for being in the room tonight. It's very kind of you to take the time out to be this late in the evening. So we are in the final 20 minutes of the show. Is there anything I can do to help you, give you some insights about how to focus? And the biggest overall goal, though, to help you focus is meditation. Taking those of you who watch me on Reach Across, you always hear me say, take at very least 15 minutes out of every day just for yourself. And I totally and utterly mean that. I'm not saying that to just use up air in my lungs. Take a very, very minimum of 15 minutes of every day just for you. Switch your cell phones off, mobile phones off, switch the house phones off, turn the TV off, and take that time out for you. Make that a habit in 2023, okay? And call it my time. Call it your time, my time. Make that time where you can contemplate, where you can meditate, where you can just literally switch off and shut up. Listen to the world. Here in our home, I've set up a lot of things that have attracted beautiful birds. So we very often sit quietly, listen to them singing. It is amazing how healthy that is for you on so many levels. So take time out every single day, a very, very minimum of 15 minutes that you don't communicate, you don't talk to anybody, you don't let anybody engross into that time, and you make that time yours. Do it. The more that you make your lifestyles a habit, the more it will do. And the more you make them, those habits, something you love, the more you'll want to do it because you love it. Maria says, "Oh, I hate this part of the show. We're still got time yet, darling. We're not going away." When I do that, I end up falling asleep. Yes, you will fall asleep at the beginning when you start doing meditation. That's why I say do them short and quick at the beginning. So do a meditation of 5, 10, 15 minutes. And always set up a some sort of an alarm system on your mobile or on your cell phone or on your watch that wakes you up, if you go into a 10, 15 minute meditation. Now, That being said, I have taught you guys how to do a meditation within 5 minutes. Okay, literally 5 minutes meditation. I've taught you how to do that. Okay, one sec. And I've actually taught people how to meditate while they're sitting in traffic lights. You can do it. It's that easy. If you can read a book, you can meditate. If you can listen to the radio, you can meditate. Anything brings your mindset from a wide out range into a narrow focus point is called meditation. All right. So I will be releasing a new set of meditations in 2023. By the way, they will be for download, and they will range from 5 minutes right through to 1 hour. Okay. Um, and you can extend them past 1 hour. Of course, it's entirely up to you. But for the principles of meditation, usually I will set them up for an hour because most people really only ever allow themselves that kind of time, usually half an hour actually. Um, if you get into a regular meditation cycle, you will be doing yourself no end of good. I promise you. Jojo says, "I love your meditation, Paul. Thank you very, very much." There is a whole barrage of meditations on my YouTube channel. If you are an avid follower of me, go onto my YouTube channel, type in actually on YouTube in the search bar, type in Paul Francis Moments, Moments. So Paul Francis, me, and the word moments, and it will take you to my series called Moments, and there are 16 episodes, and each one of those episodes has a meditation. All right, they're all on YouTube, they're all free for you to use. Zoom in there and start using those, and they're all different, 16 different meditations. Trudy says, I'd advise everyone to listen to all meditations through earphones. It makes the whole experience much, much better. I've had some incredible meditations since I started in using earphones. I would agree with that because if you have what's called, there is a system called noise canceling headsets. So if you look for those in your local store, noise canceling, basically what happens is they have a specific foam set that goes inside your ear, inside the ear cavity, and they expand. So they basically block outside noise. But remember, don't do that if you are activated, if you are driving a car, riding a motorcycle, Trudy, on a horse. Do it where you're safe and relaxed. Okay, where you're safe and relaxed and you have the time, because don't forget to set up an alarm system, because Maria quite rightly states you can fall asleep, and when you first start practicing meditation, the likelihood of you falling asleep is fairly high, but that will diminish. That will get better and better as the more you practice your meditations. It will get better and better and easier and easier. So we are only moments away from the end of the very final show of 2022. And I would like to say this year has been fantastic. It has been a year of experiences that I'll never forget. It's a year of um, new drives, new motivations, and what I'm very, very happy to say is new friends. I have I'm going to have a list so long it'll take me days to write. But I want to say a huge, huge thank you to Amelia Pisano and Michelle DeRochier for inviting me to be part of this magnificent network. A huge thank you to Joe for making it happen. So that's Amelia, Michelle, and Joe of the United Public Radio Network. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to be having my shows here on your network. It is an honor and a privilege. Tonight, I'm coming to you live with the United Public Radio Network, of course, 105.3 and 107.7 FM from the beautiful New Orleans. Uh, Trudy still does my two chairs meditation. That's a very, very complex and very eye-opening meditation. We will get back to that. Just to let you know, don't forget, set your alarms, set your calendars for next week, the 5th of January, where I'll be back with, of course, Spirit Quest, the Journey of Life. But following that, on the 9th of January, Reach Across Live comes back onto your TV screens from 8 p.m. UK time. So that's 8 p.m. GMT London time. But we will be broadcasting right here. And the great thing about it is, I promised you last year this would happen. When you are live on the show, um, and I'll be doing reads, there will be some of you who will be selected to actually come on the show, and I will talk to you one to one. So I'm looking forward to that as well. 2023, if you're a numerologist, that in itself equates to the number seven. Think about it, 2023 equates to the number seven. That alone tells you that 2023 is going to be a very lucky year. Okay. So when you cross over from 2022 to 2023, make it a physical and total movement to leave the negatives of 2022 behind. Literally leave them behind. Make it an absolute, total and utter decision. I will not carry negativity, and I will no longer conform to guilt as I move into the new year. Set yourself out a set of goals that you want to achieve in 2023. Set out when you want to achieve those goals by, but more importantly, how you're going to achieve those goals. Because it's something that I live by. And I live by this equation. If it's to be, it's up to me. I want you to say those words. If it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to happen, then I've got to make it happen. Of course, the universe will listen to you. But remember what I taught you last week. If you say, okay, I want my new car by March of 2023, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking, I know I'm not going to get it, the universe hears that as well. Tell the universe under no uncertain terms that you want X, Y, and Z by this date, and do not sway in your mind that you're not going to achieve that. Be totally and utterly convinced of what it is, when you want it, and you're going to receive it. And do not allow guilt or negative thinking to slow it down. Thank you so very, very much. We got about a couple of minutes left. You got any questions for me? Fire them in now. There is just to bring. I'm going to bring Trudy's little post up there up onto the page here. First of all, thank you very much for sticking with me tonight. Tonight has been very bitsy with the technology. It's been very bits of this, bits and jumpy. Thank you for sticking with me. Great show, says Ronnie. Thank you very much, my darling. I've just put it up on the page on the face there. Trudy has said, "I still do your two chairs meditation." That is a meditation that is so intense, and the reason I've chosen to stick that up on the screen there is because that is a meditation where you work on you. Okay, it's very intense. It can even be very emotional, but it is one of the most rewarding and healing meditations. And that is in the download meditations that are going to come out in 2023. Right, we've pretty much reached the end of it. I want to say thank you so very, very much for being here. Thank you for being with me all through the years that we've passed. But more importantly, thank you for all the support, love, and healing that you sent to myself and Johanna through 2022. I can tell you it worked. It really, really worked. Johanna is actually in the other room, would you believe? Working. She's actually in the other room working because a lot of her clients and business partners and associates are based in the United States. So she's basically working away with them as we speak. So me doing this show this time of night is actually not a bad idea. We kind of work hand in hand. We've come to the end of the show. I will be back on the 5th of January. Tonight's show has been brought to you by the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 FM from the beautiful New Orleans, with all of the thanks and love and strength coming to you from Joe, Amelia, and Michelle. And thank you so much for making this actually happen. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure that if you're on watching me on YouTube tonight, make sure you subscribe. It's important you subscribe and be a part of that channel. But more importantly, please share the show with everybody else. Good night. God bless. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. On the no concerns, I really appreciate it. And please do share the show. See y'all next week. Stay safe. Stay safe. Look out for each other. Communicate, appreciate, and validate. So a medium never has to do it for you. He says pressing the buttons, but everything's that's so bitsy tonight. It's almost comical, isn't it?